Hey, Brian Slavin here. Late in the afternoon on a Sunday here in November. We're about to show you one of my favorite delicacies that I've been making for, gosh, close to 25 years. This is called sugar-cured peppered pork tenderloin, and it is absolutely awesome. This is a dish that takes one of the best cuts of pork that you can get and takes it from just great table fare, and I turn it into just an absolute gourmet delicacy. This is about a 48-hour process that I put on this, and I started with a curing process with brown sugar, a little maple, a little sage, a little fresh garlic, and I rub it on the outside of the meat, the old farmer's process, slowly allow it to come into the meat over 48 hours. At the end of that time, the meat will it will be saturated through it. So then I take the meat in, I put it in the sink with some ice water, and I desalinate it and rinse that completely off the meat. Because even though some of these things I talked about sound like something good to season with, it's really not about seasoning. It's about using as components of the cure to penetrate the meat and to give it the depth of flavor that we're going to have in that once we're done with this dish. So at the end of that time, after we desalinate it, I come in and I crack some fresh peppercorn. If you'll notice and look at this, I mean the peppercorns here, so you can just see what they are. I crack them down to where they're a little bit less than large, but they're still small enough to give a full coverage, but large enough to be able to see and to give that nice crunch to them. And I coat them with that. Then I air cure them again for a couple of hours. Then they go on the pit. Normally when I'm barbecuing around 250 degrees. This is not barbecue though. This is a smoke finishing process for this type of a dish that I'm doing. And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to cook it around 100 and maybe 40 degrees, okay? Or lower. I want to smoke it for about 3 to 4 hours. That 3 to 4 hours is going to do nothing but allow the meat to take on the character of the smoke and to give it the flavor and the personality that we're looking for that's going to really finish this off. You got the sweetness of the maple and the flavors that are going to come in with the sea salt and the sage, and then you're going to come back and you're going to take that fresh cracked pepper and you're going to take that smoke and you're going to marry them together. Once you bring it off the pit, let me tell you, watch, just look how beautiful this is. Now you see how pretty the color of that is and how true and pink it is. Now you know normally when you cook pork tenderloin, it's going to be white meat, right? It's the other white meat. Well, when you do this process to it, it comes out this beautiful pink. It's just juicy all the way through. And I tell you, it's as tender as you could ever ask for. I'm going to have this available through the holidays. It's great to use when you're doing a party, to put out as an appetizer. If you got enough of it, it's really good to use in beans if you want to do that, but a little fancy for beans. I'd say the best thing to do with it would be to use it for an appetizer. If you're going to the deer camp, if you're going to be going over to a place where there's going to be other people and you want to take something that they've never tasted before, take a little bit of my pork tenderloin. I'm glad you took the time to take a look at this. I think you guys are going to love it if you try it. And thanks for letting me talk to you. Bye-bye.
3, 1, 2, 3.
No, hold on. Donna, call the Bubba. I want to tell you one thing right now. This here tenderloin will put the lights out for you, sonny. Kind of looks good too, don't it?
I love it.